U.S. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin and Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross are well known in the U.S. and beyond. The newest member of the team, however, is less known, Larry Kudlow, the new director of the White House's National Economic Council. He was an official in the Reagan administration, but is best known for decades on cable TV and his strong stance on free trade. He has very different views from the two so-called China hawks on the trip, who deserve a much closer look. Robert Lighthizer is the U.S. trade representative responsible for negotiating trade deals. His early experience came during the Reagan administration, negotiating bilateral agreements on steel, cars and agricultural products. He negotiated Japanese import quotas, and in the private sector, he practiced international trade law. He has criticized China's entry into the World Trade Organization and has advocated a more adversarial approach to Beijing.
Our view is that we have a very serious problem of losing our intellectual property, which is really the biggest single advantage of the American economy, in my opinion, is our intellectual property and our ability to generate new intellectual property. We are losing that to China in ways that are not reflective of the underlying economics.
When it comes to being a fierce critic of China, perhaps no one at the White House is more so than Peter Navarro, the Director of Trade and Industrial Policy.
Hi, I'm Peter Navarro, Director of Death by China.
He is infamous for his book, which was turned into a film called Death by China. The film has been debunked by many economists, but Donald Trump saw it and liked it. Death by China was funded in part by U.S. steel giant Nucor to the tune of $1 million. Navarro believes China is solely responsible for the U.S. manufacturing decline. His views are so extreme that he even gets pushback on the conservative pro-Trump TV network, Fox News.
The steel-using industries in the U.S. employ about 6.5 million Americans. And the concern is that's who's going to get hit.
Do you want any pushback here, Sandra, or are you just going to read that editorial? I don't believe any country in the world is going to retaliate for the simple reason that we are the most lucrative and biggest market in the world.
Mr. Navarro, do you really believe that?
Yes, I do.
So this group heading to China do have a lot of different views when it comes to world trade. It's going to be interesting if they have a united position when they negotiate with Beijing. But remember, Beijing says it will not compromise on its plan like Made in China 2025. So all the negotiators coming from here should expect stiff opposition. Nathan King, CGTN at the White House.